Assalamualaikum and good evening. I'm Nurul Ain Roslan and we meet again in Dialogue. We have been shocked by the news of our neighborhood country Bangladesh, a tragedy of RANA Plaza building collapse. Today topic will be investigate about RANA Plaza tragedy at Bangladesh. Who should be responsible? RANA World Plaza, owned by Sohail Rana, the political leader of Bangladesh, located at Dhaka district of Bangladesh. This 8-story commercial building has been used as high-capacity factories of well-branded garments such as Mango, Benetton, other facilities like bank, apartment and several other shops. In a bright, glorious morning, the 8-story RANA was humming with life. Sewing machine with iron steam. Nobody was much bothered about the cracks that had developed in the building the day before, and more than 2,000 people working there. In this tragedy, we can see a lack of professionalism. Can you explain about that?
In the context of professionalism, this includes the attitude, conduct, standard and view that characterize a profession or a professional person. Somehow, this term did not apply in the management of RANA Plaza, that resulting in the loss of many lives. The management did not give the emergency leave to the workers when they find out about the cracks of the building. Then, the management also did not instruct the standard operation procedure to the workers if any about the tragedy that can be connected to code of practice.
About the RANA Plaza?
Yes.
Okay, as we know here, the engineer Mr. Abdul Razak Khan that has been appointed as consultant for RANA Plaza building has been arrested on charge of negligence. According to the investigation, he agreed to build the illegal addition of 3 floors for the building and built without any supporting walls. The building columns are only using 9mm diameter thin rods. The conclusion is this building design already failed and still be used without a permit. This attitude of engineer are prohibited action based on BEM guideline for code of practice. Refer to item 1.0. A registered engineer shall at all time hold paramount the safety, health and welfare of the public. It can be summarized here. Refer to the code of practice with regard to the impact of RANA Plaza. Engineer must ensure that the law is followed and report to the authority if necessary. If the client break the law, even at the risk of being discharged of their client.
The Code of Professional Conduct of BEM contains a provision that states that as an engineer, in performance of his duties toward the client or employer, the engineer also should keep in mind the general good of the society as a whole. Sometimes disaster occurs due to the nature and also due to the combination of nature and human disaster. In RANA Plaza case on 24 April, we can say that it's happened due to the operational behavior that exceeds the allowable design limits. RANA Plaza, which hosted a total of 3 garment factories, was built for purely retail purpose. That the building was used for industrial rather than retail purpose was not legal, and neither were the additional 2 floors that had been added to the building in violation of planning permission. The crack may have brought the building down, but it was constructed and used without proper administrative control, professional guidance, or compliance with regulations.
Yeah, I'm the engineer who is responsible to make inspection on this building. For weeks, people have been complaining about the cracks or some things. Finally, on 23rd of April, less than 24 hours before it collapsed, the authorities stepped in. They immediately evacuated the building and called me. Me and my team had made proper inspection on what had been reported by authorities. We found that there are lots of cracks everywhere at every corner of the floor, we average 1 meter long. Actually, all this time until now, we still under investigation on the cracking reason. By referring back to the design plan, based on structure, material, soil report and water reticulation system, if any high pressure could be the one. But we didn't manage to settle it on time before the building collapsed, because the management still continued the operation of the factory a day before.
I have seen pain resting on the shoulders of your name. Do you see the truth through all their lies? Do you see the world through troubled eyes? And if you want to talk about